Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land. This is our preview, our weekly preview of all the properties going live on the website for tomorrow, Friday, May 21st, 2021. Before I get started on that, do want to thank all the people who've been buying land from us these past 7 days. That list in Socorro County includes Nelson, Troy, and Angela, Stacy, Kelly, and returning customer Sharon. Out in Nye County in Nevada, in Pahrump, we got Alona, who put down a deposit on a property that we hope we'll be closing through title and escrow sometime this summer. And in Hawaii, Henry purchased that new lot that we relisted last week. So special thanks to, of course, all of them. Going live on the website this week, guys. As you can see, we got it queued up here. More properties in Nevada, not Nevada, as some people insist on mispronouncing, but rather Nevada. More properties out here in Nye County, in Pahrump. More properties with specifically access to city utilities. We've got this one, NYNV 2064, $7,000 for this roughly 1/5 of an acre. And down here, NYNV 3214, roughly 1/5 of an acre for, again, $7,500. For the record, guys, going to start off with this one, NYNV 2064. When we hire new photographers, we give them instructions about going out to properties and getting photos. And the person who went out and took these, and I'm saying all this because I had to make a video for this listing for this reason. The person who went out and took these photos managed to take about 40 photos that were anywhere from on the property to 12 blocks away from the property. I really have no idea what they were doing. But it took me some real time to figure out what photo was where in regards to the property. Now, what's unfortunate about this one is that if you just shoot the property in this direction, it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. If you shoot the property in this direction, which they managed to do in this one photo, you can see, oh, look at that. It's in the path of encroaching development. So, for the record, guys, a little detail on this one. This one is, while there are no utilities directly on this property, it's roughly about 200 feet from the nearest power line. Ah, look at that. There we go, right here. Okay. Number one. Number two, developed home sites, about 900 feet up the road. These developed home sites, of course, have city water, city sewer going to them, as well as all of these developed home sites here. This photo gallery, I will have you guys know, took some significant time for me to, 1, figure out, 2, edit, and then 3, come up with notations for these photos so it would make some sort of sense just for you, the buyer. Anyway, point being, guys, it's a nice property. It's out there in Pahrump. It has access to the city utilities, even though almost all of the photos would lead you to believe otherwise, so on and so forth. I will let you review that one at your leisure. This other new property that we got this week, this one is a little easier to discern. The photographer was a little bit better about taking photos of the actual property. So as you can see here, it is this lot right here. It backs up to these two home sites here, which, as you can imagine, like all the other home sites in the surrounding area, have city water, city utilities, city sewers, so on and so forth. And as you can see from the photos in the gallery here, there's power at the lot line. There are utilities at the lot line, etc., backing up to these some very nice home sites here in an established neighborhood. And, of course, you've got the foothills off here in the near distance, which are gorgeous, which you will wake up to every day, and, of course, which you will be able to explore. Hey, look, there's some of those aforementioned city utilities, or power at the lot line, if you will, here, right here on the property boundary. So this one I think is really good. I would not be surprised if this one sold super fast. The other one is about a block or two away from development, but obviously within that path, and likely where your local utility companies have set up to extend utilities to. And there is the property boundary right there. Anyway, guys, also going live on the website this week. Yes, you guessed it, for week 82, we have more properties in Socorro County, specifically in the Rio Grande Estates subdivision. We recently, so this week we have inked a deal, guys, because I'm really hip, to buy 84 more lots out here. This is going to shake out to be about 60 new listings. When you count adjacents, whatever the case, I anticipate those will start to appear on the website throughout the month of June, but we've got more and more properties coming out here in Rio Grande Estates, and yes, I promise, in other parts of New Mexico as well. Whatever the case, the greatest hits on this week's list of 5 new properties going live are this one, 12468, lots 4 and 5, specifically reference number SCNM 8457. If we bring this one up on the map, guys, you will see. If we bring this one up on the map, guys, you will see that this sits out here at the far end of the northeastern part of the subdivision. It actually backs up to the neighboring subdivision. and has some nice views of the nearby foothills that are in this region. So, you know, we did not, this is one of these where we've had photos taken from the region, so we didn't send the photographer out here for this one specifically. That being said, it's a safe bet that because it backs up to the other subdivision that there is probably fencing along the eastern boundary of the property. Also, because it's in the northern part of the subdivision, of course, you can access it more easily by coming in here through Vegeta, the Vegeta entrance of the subdivision. This, by the way, as I was showing you earlier, is the plat map, which demonstrates that here are the two lots, two adjacent lots by those 2 acres, that are, again, backing up to the sub. So, what is it? It's Tierra Grande is the subdivision that borders this. That is a mostly undeveloped subdivision. So you're going to have a lot of privacy up here. And, yeah, this one's really good. I like this one. Anyway, also going live on the website this week, we have reference number SCNM 13560, Unit 6, Block 268, Lots 1 and 2. Specifically this one. I am pointing this one out, guys. It is not wholly different than a lot of these sort of desert squares that we're selling out here. This, however, is 2 acres, and because it is Lot 1 and 2, it is a corner lot. A lot of you guys are always inquiring about the corner lots. Generally, if you see on the table here under lots, under lots, if it's lot 1, 30, 15, or 16, those are normally the corner lots. Anyway, this one is a 2-acre corner lot. Finally, guys, going live on the website this week, another one of the biggies I want to point out to you. Unit 1, Block 19, Lot 50. It is this one right here. Now, let me just point this out to you guys. You're probably saying, why would I want a property with an arroyo going through it? Well, here's the thing. The arroyo does not go through it. And the neighbor over here, the kind of regrettable neighbor that you have over here, I don't know. That one's up to you. But there is power basically at the lot line. This neighbor has power right here. Also right, what is it? You can see it right here. The other neighbor has power right there. The other neighbor. It's in an area right by the highway, so there's really power throughout all of this region. You're never more than 500 feet from it, so it should be easy to get extended. Additionally, very helpfully, I'm going to show you the plat map here. This property actually sort of backs up to the arroyo, so the arroyo does not go through the property. This is the way that it was platted in this region, was to accommodate for the arroyo. So as you can see, there's this kind of weird, I don't know, diagonal, we'll call it, that with all these properties sort of platted out in this weird way. Whatever the case, this is kind of a Google Earth representation of where the land is in relation not only to the arroyo, but to what looks to be the regrettable neighbor. In regards to the regrettable neighbor, I will say that 1 acre of land is pretty big. You may very well not even know the person's there. I don't know them. Maybe you will be able to see them. I am a terrible salesman, as you can all tell. Anyway, the point, guys, 5 new lots going live in Rio Grande Estates this week. Those are the greatest hits of the 3. For the record, do want to make you guys aware we had one this week. Where is it? It is Unit 6, Block 283, Lot 3. This one sits adjacent to one that we had sold in the past. We'd reached out to the person who purchased 62834. They never got back to us, so this one is up for grabs. FYI, but we did sell the neighboring property, and as always here at Hemingway Land, we do give past buyers the right of first refusal on adjacent property, but we never heard back. So anyway, there you go. All right, guys, more property coming up next week, probably in Socorro County, because we're stalling right now because everything's tied up in escrow. Number 1. Number 2, I got some small properties coming up in Luna and Sandoval County, and more in Taos County coming soon, eventually. Additionally, you know, so as I remarked earlier, we're working on this large acquisition in Socorro County. 84 more lots. It's going to shake out to 60 properties. Perhaps some of you are saying, hey, Hemingway, when are you going to get a giant acquisition in Rio Rancho? Guys, I'm working on it. I swear to God, we're in month 5 of what we will generously call negotiations, quote unquote. More so as we call and ask somebody if there's any updates. And they're like, they haven't looked at it yet. Anyway, so month 5 of that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, guys, leave them here on the YouTube channel or shoot us an email, support@hemingwayland.com. As always, my weekend begins in 3, 2, 1, so you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next week.